To the kitchen. So today we're going to continue on with some low calorie recipes. So we are going to do like a nice low calorie turkey curry. We are going to make our own curry powder, which we'll get to in a bit. But first, a couple of little small updates on what's been happening, where I want to see myself in the future. So I've been thinking long and hard about everything really. I want to pay more attention to YouTube, so I'm going to try to pump out quite a few YouTube videos, maybe two videos a week, maybe one a week. But I would like to aim for 2 a week really. So I might release one on Monday and release one on Friday, and maybe one on the weekend. I don't know yet. And going back to streaming, my last cooking stream, it was fun and everything, but I've lost interest in my streaming side. I'm thinking about more doing my cooking side on YouTube, because as I keep saying, it's where I started, it's where I should be. I might do a stream on YouTube to see how it goes, build my presence a bit more. I'm going to work so hard on my YouTube content to make sure it's the best for you guys. Like I did record a video either last week or 2 weeks ago that I've not uploaded because when I edited it, it didn't come out at good quality that I wanted to. I'm trying to do a high standard of quality for all my videos and everything. So going forward, I'll only upload quality videos, and that video that I did record, sadly, I don't really want to upload because of the quality. I got it edited and everything, but I didn't realise that my camera never focused on a certain part of the video, and it just looks dreadful, and I can't really cut that part out because it's like one of the biggest parts of that video. So sorry about that one guys, but I'm going to try and make up for that with today's video. So today we're going to do a nice simple turkey curry. Like I said, we're going to serve that with rice. We're going to make the curry powder from scratch. So we'll go through the ingredients list very quickly. So the ingredients I have all over here. I've got about 150 ml of vegetable stock here, so this is quite low in calories as well, vegetable stock. So I've got that. I'm using vegetable stock because I'm using turkey. I want a stock that doesn't ruin the flavour of the turkey. So I've got some vegetable stock here. For the rice, I've got boil in the bag rice because I find it easier. I don't like cooking rice. I never have. Cooking rice for me is a pain in the arse. I've never found that perfect. But every time I do cook good rice, it's always been in the boil of the bag, so that's what we're going to be using today. We don't have to use this, you can make rice in a rice cooker stuff. I might need to invest in a rice cooker at some stage. I've got some turkey breast here. These are turkey breast portions. So use turkey breast, don't use turkey thigh because turkey thigh is quite fatty. If you can use chicken if you want. But when you do use chicken breast, don't use the thigh meat. If you want to use the thigh meat, you can, but it won't be very low calories because the thigh meat is quite fatty. So I'm using turkey for this. Oil, I'm using Frylight here. This is extra virgin olive oil Frylight, so this is pretty much good stuff for if you're on a calorie controlled diet. One spray is only 1 calorie, so depending how many sprays you use, if you use 2 sprays, it's only 2 calories in that compared to a tablespoon of normal oil, which is like 10 to 20 calories. So Frylight is good, but only use it moderately, don't use it all the time. So every now and then I'll use a recipe with this stuff, then I'll switch back to normal oil. So today we'll be using the Frylight. I've got tomato paste here. I've got 1 brown onion, 1 onion here. Garlic, I'm using the easy peel garlic, it's in the tube stuff, so it's already pureed, so I'm going to use that for today. And then I've got a nice piece of fresh ginger. Then all the spices we'll get into when we make it. So I have got a coffee grinder here that I use for spices, so I'll be showing you that and how to make a fresh curry powder. And I found out that you can buy little pots now. I've got these little mason jar pots that I can store my own herbs and rubs in that I want to do. So we're going to christen one of these with our lovely curry powder that we'll be making. So the first things first, we're going to make that curry powder. Right guys, as you can tell, I've got loads of spices here. So I've got my grinder here, my coffee grinder that you also use herbs, spices for. So we're going to start in the order that we're going to go from this way and work our way this way. So the first thing we're going to need is some coriander seeds. So we need about 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds. 1 and 2. Next we're going to be using the exact same amount, 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds. Next we'll need 1.5 teaspoons of ground turmeric here. Turmeric going in. Next we need some ginger, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. So some of these spices are already ground. Then we need 1 teaspoon of dried mustard powder here. Make sure it gets all downed. Then we need some black pepper. I've got half a teaspoon here of coarse ground black pepper. Now we need some cinnamon, a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon might be a bit weird, but it does actually work in curry powder. Next I've got these here. This is cardamom here. These are the seeds of the cardamom pod. I have this taken out, so that's about 1 teaspoon. We're not like all that in there. Chilies, you can use whatever kind of chilies. I'm using a bit of ground chilies here. I'm going to use about 1.5 teaspoons of chili, but these are dried chili flakes. Get stuck. That's enough. And then lastly I'm going to do about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Well, this is garlic granules here, same thing. And that's all the spices. And what we're going to do now, let's put our lid on, turn our power on, and then press the button. This is all going to go grindy, grindy. Give it a good shake. Do it a couple of grinds. Let's check, see if it's all fine. Yep, we're almost there. A couple more grinds. Nice little shake. And that there, guys, is a simple homemade curry powder. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer these into one of those little jars, and then we'll get our curry on getting our onions, garlic, ginger. We'll get all them cut up, and then we'll start the cooking process. So right now I'm going to get this and transfer it into one of my little tubs. So guys, next some ginger. So when we're prepping vegetables like onions, ginger, and any other kind of veg you want, after you've sliced them, you want to weigh them and write them down, because like I don't know if I said, I use the Fitbit app, so I wear a Fitbit. So I go onto my app, I search up onion, I write in how many grams it is, and it tells me calories for them, and then I add it all together, and it gives me a total number of calories. So this curry we're going to make today will be for 2 portions. So what we'll do is we'll calorie count it for 2, divide it in half and see, or I will portion, when I portion the turkey up, I'll portion it up into 2 portions, weigh that, and then write that down. When you look at raw meat, so we'll get some, I'll carry on talking, but at the same time we're going to prep our onions. So onions, we're just going to slice them like that. So like I said, when you're prepping your meats, if you look on your package for your raw meat, it gives you a calorie for like 100 grams. That's for it raw. So when you cook meat, it does add a bit more calories on top. So just we want that. So with the onions, we're just slicing them. There's our onions. And then with our ginger, what we're going to do is get a nice couple of slices, not all of it, of our ginger. do it into batons, and then we're going to finally dice our ginger up. And then our garlic is our paste already, so then after you've done, so we don't have to worry about our garlic, so after you've done that, we're going to keep running the knife through it so it's nice and fine. We are going to be blitzing our sauce so it's nice and smooth, but you don't have to, you can leave it chunky. So that is our garlic, well, our ginger. And for our garlic, we want to use about a teaspoon of our puree stock, so I'm just going to do a nice little there. So for this garlic, if you look on the back, it does give you all the information. So for 100 grams of this pureed garlic, it's 154 calories, but we're not using 100 grams. So we're only using about a teaspoon of garlic. So I've got a teaspoon of garlic there. We've got about a tablespoon of ginger. Then our onions, before we fry them, I will weigh these. And then what I've done is I've got a whiteboard with me. I'll write all the ingredients down and then how much is weight-wise, and I'll add that to our app. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to saute off our onions, garlic and ginger in a bit of fry light. While that's frying, we'll prep our turkey. Right guys, my onions, garlic and ginger into our pan. So the onions worked out